Hey folks, this is Mr. Michelson. As you can see, I'm not here today. However, we've got day 2 of our Tom Sawyer unit, and let's just make sure we have a normal day. Remember, we're all about safety, learning, and respect here at Southview, so let's make sure that that happens. By now, today, you should have read through chapter 5 of this book if you're on pace, and you'll want to try to stay on pace as best you can for the rest of this unit. Your raft mates are going to be helping you to stay on pace, and you'll be helping them, and you'll want to make sure that you're keeping pace to help each other out and get some more points for your raft team as we continue on. So reading through chapter 5 and getting some of that yellow packet done was what you should have done for today. Hopefully that's mostly done. If not, you're going to need to get back on pace. And we're going to do a little review in a second about what you read. Remember, our essential questions for the unit are: what are the characteristics of a good role model? We'll dig into that question much later, but I bet you have some idea of maybe how to think about that question, even from these first 5 chapters. How is this classic novel relevant to life today? Keep thinking about that as we read. How is this a old book still relevant in 2019? And why is it important to read and interact with specific themes represented in novels? If you look in your yellow packet, there is a theme chart, and we'll be talking about theme much later when we're ready to talk about theme, but you've got 4 themes on that theme chart. You'll see them pop up as we get further along with the story. So we'll keep that as one of our essential questions. Before we get even any further into what we're doing today, there are some people who still need to do their summative work for their last book that we read. Make sure that that's getting done. I'll be grading those as soon as I can. I've started a few of them, but I'll be working on that throughout the week, making sure that everyone's got it turned in and that you're getting some grades on it. Also, I should mention the pacing map of our unit. It looks something like, if I scroll to the top of it, like this, like our other pacing maps have looked like. And Ms. Harris and I will be updating this throughout our time with this unit, but you can see when we'll be doing our text quests. Next class is actually our first text quest day, where we'll be earning points and really playing the game that I described last class. But if you scroll all the way down the bottom, like I'm doing now, you can see some resources. You might not have seen these yet. You might not know about them yet. There's a link to the slideshow, of course. Then there's a link to the full text of the novel. Remember that I said this is a really good version of the novel, so make sure that you're using this version of the novel. If you don't have it, like you left it in your locker or something, you have a link to it right here. It's the exact same text that you can access. There's also audiobook options here. If you'd rather listen to this instead of just kind of reading it silently to yourself, you have the option of doing that. However, it's not going to be enough just to listen to it. You want to have your text in front of you as you're reading. You want to make sure that you're really taking it in and making the effort to understand things, even if that audiobook is going to kind of assist you with kind of having that voice in your head almost. So work with that if you want to. And then there's Visual Tom Sawyer. This is just a presentation full of some images that might help you out as you sort of start thinking about this book and visualizing some parts of it. It goes chapter by chapter with some pictures that might help you out. So those are there on the pacing map. Just wanted to bring that to your attention before we got into anything else here today. And what we are doing today is getting together to collaborate with our classmates to discuss a novel. We'll do this for probably about 10 minutes, no more than 15 minutes or so. But with our raft groups, we'll get together and we're going to do an activity called Escape McDougal's Cave. Your job is to escape the cave. We'll give you a second to get with those people in a second, and then we'll have you have one person get to this link on their device. That person's in control of getting you through the cave, and everyone's going to need to help out. You can use your resources, use your vocab, use your packet, use your book to answer these questions as best you can. The first 2 groups that escape the cave will get prizes that will play into our text quest. So they might get prizes that can help them out with their dice rolls, or they might get prizes that can help them out in a certain way to earn more points during our game. So that's what you're shooting for. Let's get into those raft groups, get to this, and start getting through this cave and getting out.